and Now biscuits.
Samples show polio presence in PNG. Inclusive policies need to be amended. And appointments must be done on merit. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Malinta Yopolo. Thank you for joining us. The Business Coalition for Women said the labor legal framework in Papua New Guinea is outdated and is discriminating against women. They are now calling on the government to amend the Employment Act to strengthen workers' rights.
The Executive Director of the Business Coalition for Women, Yvonne Kennedy, has highlighted legal deficiencies in Papua New Guinea Employment Act, particularly regarding maternity and paternity leave and discriminatory employment clauses. She said these obstruct gender equality in employment and undermine workforce retention.
Is reasonable for this country, and we know that if we change this act, it could be, an act that covers us for another 50 years.
Ms. Kennedy then revealed the proposed policy is in alignment with laws adopted by most countries and are in accordance with the United Nations International Labour Organization.
Maternity leave included up to 14 weeks and inclusion of paternity leave for fathers as well. And we want to see removal of discriminatory provisions.
There was also a panel discussion session during the program where Manager for Survivor Advocacy at Bank South Pacific, Elizabeth Asigao, gave an insight on what women go through, especially during pregnancy.
Of the morning sickness that she was experiencing. She was away from the time she was 3 months pregnant to the time that she delivered.
General Secretary for Trade Union Congress, Joan Neon, also gave a take on the issue.
Within, they don't not only address the GBP issue within their organization, they also go out outside to the communities. If you're not aware, they have a safe house.
Pakatambua, National EMTV News.
Meanwhile, Dame Carol Kidu called on the Business Coalition for Women to submit a petition in regards to inclusive labor policies so that it can be presented in Parliament.
Dame Carol Kidu is an outspoken advocate for violence against women. She said the Business Coalition for Women should not only talk about the outdated laws that discriminate against women, but petition Parliament.
I would suggest that from this meeting, ECFW should put a petition to Parliament. Petition to Parliament, if you've got the list outside, if you don't want your name on the list, get it a little note. No, I don't want it. We need minimum of 10 people who are willing to put their voice on a petition. A petition does nothing, but at least it's a voice being heard. It gets read on the floor of Parliament, it goes into Hansard, and yes, there's no debate.
Executive Director for Business Coalition for Women, Yvonne Kennedy, said her team is considering a petition.
Absolutely, I echo what she had to say today. Her words resonated, and I think we can all learn a lot from her work.
The proposed policy includes introducing 14 weeks paid maternity leave and 6 weeks unpaid leave, introducing paid paternity leave for fathers, prohibit dismissal of pregnant workers with no exceptions, removal of discriminatory provisions limiting women's work. Pakatambua, National EMTV News.
The Health Minister, Elias Kapavore, today announced that he will present a submission to the National Executive Council advising on the detection of the polio virus in PNG. This follows PNG being declared polio-free in 2000.
The minister said WHO had advised the health department on results of sewage samples collected in Lae and Port Moresby.
The samples, environmental samples collected in Ley, in Portmore, and in NCD have indicated a polio virus presence again in our country.
Assuring that the situation is now being carefully assessed by the department and its partners. The minister said this is alarming given the country's low immunization coverage as of late.
The immunization coverage of our country has been generally below 50%, and that is a serious concern to us as a department. WHO requires our coverage to be above 80%.
Further elaborating on the situation was Deputy Controller Dr. Downey Azurom, saying there are no clinical cases reported as yet.
We detected the virus in sewage. It's called wastewater analysis. What it means is that when we pick up cases, it means that the polio virus is circulating within the community, and that's what we are finding. But there is no clinical cases as yet.
Natasha Ovoy, National, EMTV News.
Meanwhile, following reports on the increase of electronic cigarette products in PNG, a ban was announced by the Health Minister.
In definition, electronic cigarettes or e-cigarettes, also known as vapes, are battery-operated devices that mainly contains nicotine and are considered not safe, as its use can lead to serious health problems. The minister said his office had received enough reports to declare a ban, with the decision made under Sections 31 and 32 of the Tobacco Act 2016.
I now announce a ban on all e-cigarettes products in our country. That is now going to the Gazette notice today, and once the Gazette notice comes out, it will take 7 days to take full effect. Meaning, if this does get full effect, any of this tobacco control, or especially e-cigarettes, coming into our country will be deemed to be illegal under our laws.
He said upon the release of the Gazette, Customs will act accordingly.
Following the Gazette notice coming out, they will now take appropriate steps to include the e-tobacco cigarettes, e-cigarettes on their list to make sure that any of these imported products in the country will be deemed to be illegal.
The proposed ban will prohibit the sale and retail of e-cigarettes and their components in the country. The minister outlined the fines involved.
10,000 kina for an individual and 100,000 kina for a corporate body, and which can be doubled if the body corporate is a tobacco company.
Highlighting that this is mainly used by majority of the population ages 11 to 17, the minister said the decision is made in the interest to protect the country's youths. Natasha Ovoy, National, EMTV News.
An improved Minister for Administrative Services said government agencies and civil societies have to work together for the success of the Civil and Identity Registration Act 2024.
Minister Masera said the act will see proper planning and equal distribution of resources to citizens. He said this act will allow for every Papua New Guinean to be counted under the law from birth. However, Masera said government agencies and civil societies must work together for the success of the act.
With biometric data, digital records, and secure identity verification, we can 1. Support the public service payroll reforms by eliminating ghost names in the government payroll system like ALESCO, saving millions in public funds. 2. Support the election reforms undertaken by the PNG Electoral Commission by cleaning the voter registration and rolls and establishing a credible role, ensuring fair, transparent elections in the future.
Minister Masera explained the functions of the act.
The success of the Civil and Identity Registration Act 2024 depends on the participation of government agencies, development partners, civil societies, and most importantly, our people of Papua New Guinea.
Amanda Ilaitia, National EMTV News.
An improved Civil and Identity Registration Act 2024 will see a breakdown in barriers across sectors, further allowing citizens to be included in services.
Acting Registrar General Salome Bogosia said the act will break down barriers linking the identity systems across sectors. Bogosia said that for over 60 years, the Civil Registry Identity Act of 1963, though amended in 2014, remained outdated. She said inaccurate data as weakened systems that are currently faced within the country. The acting registrar said that the CIR Act 2024 is a promise to every Papua New Guinean that they will be seen, counted, and included.
We must work together to build a Papua New Guinea where no one is invisible, no one is excluded, and no one is left behind.
She said the act will empower PNG CIR to step up as a cornerstone of national identity management in PNG to pave way for the next 50 years.
The presentation of the CIR Act to the Prime Minister.
Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Chicken kebab saja ya? Yeah.
This stuff right?
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, 1 cube at a time.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
This May and June, Port Moresby comes alive with the historic Asia Pacific Month, a spectacular celebration of our shared heritage and unity. Join us as we honor 50 years of independence by celebrating the nations that helped shape PNG. From May 16 to June 21st, experience the cultures and stories of our Asia Pacific family. Our nationhood was shaped by centuries of connection with our Asia Pacific family. Now we celebrate this history together. Taste the authentic cuisines, witness breathtaking performance, and explore our shared history, all in amazing Port Moresby. Don't miss the Asia Pacific Month, every weekend from May 16th to June 21st. Free entry for all. We work, we inspire, we celebrate.
Secure your advertising today with EMTV.
Vocal Fusion Season 12. Book now. Contact our sales team on 312-9200 or email mtvsales@mtv.com.pg.
You're watching National MTV News. Condemning squanders over administrational positions in the health sector, Prime Minister James Marape emphasized that PNG must have appointments based on merit, ensuring the best of PNG secure positions accordingly.
Prime Minister made this statement stern and clear yesterday at the Department of Health in Port Moresby.
Enough of territorial fights. Enough of aspiring to be secretary at the expense of someone else. Follow the due process.
He said it was about time PNG moved to merit-based appointments in all levels. Addressing the Department of Personnel Management, who were present then, the Prime Minister said,
And if human input is the reason why we have not arrived yet at merit-based appointment, ASAP, find me an artificial intelligence that can work to create a merit-based appointment so that irrespective of gender, irrespective of ethnicity, irrespective of race.
He said this is so we do not stress good people like Dr. Liko, alluding to the now former health secretary, saying,
That is why I have to move him out of health department through the process. So I preserve him as a nephrologist and urologist and keep his talent alive in our country.
Addressing the Department of Personnel Management again, Marape said,
Pay administrators lower than professional medical workers. Administrators pay so high that everyone wants to be an administrator. I want surgeons at the hospitals. I want doctors at the hospitals.
Meanwhile, the Prime Minister prompted that vacancies within the health sector be sorted out accordingly, noting his intervention if need be. Natasha Ovoy, National MTV News.
A high-level consultation workshop is underway in Port Moresby to finalize ideas to address health needs in Papua New Guinea, such as infant mortality rate and childhood malnutrition.
The consultation workshop on the National Health Research Agenda 2025 to 2030 is a key initiative under the National Health Plan. The aim is to ensure health researchers are locally driven, evidence-based, and must effectively respond to the most pressing health needs of the country. Dr. Masahiro Zakozi from the World Health Organization said participants will engage in collaborative sessions to finalize the list of research priorities, discuss strategies for implementation, and provide feedback on the draft National Health Research Agenda.
So we plan to finalize the priority questions in the coming months, and we publish the agenda as soon as we conclude on the finalization of the agenda, and we will work on the operationalization of those priorities.
Ms. Manadindi from the National Department of Health also highlighted key research areas. She said the National Health Plan aims to prevent illness, address health risks, and provide accessible and affordable health care for all.
When it comes to implementation, another thing that will contribute to help us implement this research agenda is the funding. And we need a lot of support in this area. That's why we're inviting the government departments, our central agencies, and those who can be able to fund this research has to be also included in our discussions.
Louis Maingu, National MTV News.
Mothers in Aluki village will receive better maternity care for the first time. A 6-bedroom house will be built in the village. It is a Mother's Day gift for the women of Aluki and nearby villages who have long awaited improved maternity care. The birthing house will ensure safer deliveries, greater comfort, and a healthier future for mothers and newborns. The visit to Aluki by the local member Theo Pelgen was historic because it was the first time in 45 years a member of parliament has set foot in the village. The announcement was met with joy and gratitude as mothers and families celebrated this commitment for a better health care. Mr. Pelgan pledged to secure funds to ensure that the betting house is completed this year. In addition to that, he pledged a 2-in-1 classroom to improve education opportunities, toilet facilities for better sanitation in the village, and a solar powerhouse for sustainable electricity. 11 journalists and public relations officers attended a one-day emergency first aid training last week. The training was conducted by St. John Ambulance in Port Moresby.
The training is held annually as part of World Media Freedom Day. It reflects appreciation for media in their commitment to informing society.
They are the first at any event. Can be an emergency or any national event and all those. So at least they're prepared. So in the event of, it could either be one of the colleagues or the bystanders and such, they are sort of prepared to give that assistance.
Mr. Kamara said safety is very important in the role journalists play in communities. He said everyone needs to be equipped with necessary information and must always look out for dangers around them.
When it comes to providing that assistance to our communities in and around NCD, and that includes other centers as well, safety is always our number one priority. Yeah? So we always make sure that we are always free from danger so that we will provide the best assistance.
Chief Executive Matthew Cannon conveyed his appreciation to media organizations. He thanked the media for promoting awareness and supporting their mission to inform Papua New Guineans. Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
PNG Immigration and Citizenship Service Authority held a 3-day regional consultation workshop in Mount Hagen.
The workshop aimed to get views and feedbacks from stakeholders on Citizenship Act and Regulations, PNG Constitution, Constitutional Amendment, and Organic Law on Residency in various countries. ICSA Islands Region Team Leader Osi Kombas said this workshop aims to involve stakeholders to understand certain sections of the Constitution required in the proposed bill. Mrs. Komba elaborated on the workshop.
By introducing a Citizenship Amendment Bill 2025. So we are basically here for the workshop to workshop the bill 2025 with the proposed amendments to the certain sections of the law and engage the stakeholders to receive their feedback and their views on the proposed amendments. After implementation, since 2016, after the amendment, we've come across issues and faced during the implementation. So we've come up with these proposed amendments to cater for that. So we are now doing this workshop as a nationwide consultation to collect their views on this.
She added that Immigration and Citizenship Service Authority needs feedback and views from the stakeholders to consider the amendment of the 2025 proposed bill. Mrs. Kombas said the feedbacks from the stakeholders will be kept for review and consideration before the proposed bill is drafted. Edward Luke, National EMTV News, Mount Hagen.
Prime Minister James Marape has encouraged youths to strive to earn a living. He made this remark during the launching of the National Manufacturing and Content Policies yesterday. Prime Minister said young Papua New Guineans must also strive to have other incomes apart from their paying jobs.
Send the worker Papua New Guineans coming out with university degrees. You can be more millionaire than Windaki if you get out there with a degree at work. I discourage Papua New Guineans from thinking that paid job is the only way to go.
Mr. Marape said there are plenty of opportunities in the country if people are willing to put in work.
And so I just want to appeal to all young Papua New Guineans out there. Find an opportunity. 10 cacao bags right now can give you 20,000 kina. 10 cacao bags, simple mathematics. 20,000 kina salary or income is better than 20,000 kina salary for mostly. All of that period goes back to living expenses. 20,000 kina and in Sipik, and in Belen, and in Morobe, and in New Island Province, and in East and West New Britain, Bougainville. You already have the house in your own land, put a little bit solar on top, you live a good life, you're earning money, put into bank.
4 young people have started pilot training under the Air New Guinea pilot training program. It will cost the airline 4 million kina to train the group, according to Chief Executive Officer Gary Shadon.
The 4 cadets, including 1 female, will undergo 18 months of training. Air New Guinea's Chief Executive Officer Gary Shadon encouraged the cadets to be focused and disciplined during the training. It will cost $1 million kina each to train the cadets. He encouraged them not to take the opportunity lightly. Upon successful completion of their 18 months training, the cadets will graduate with their commercial pilot's license and multi-engine instrument rating. They will then return to Air New Guinea to continue their in-flight training as cadets. The Air New Guinea's pilot training program was on hold for 8 years and was renewed 3 years ago. Since the inception of the cadet pilot training program, Air New Guinea has graduated 84 national pilots who now serve in the flight crew of all Air New Guinea's aircraft and with major airlines around the world. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
Now we take a look at the NASFund market report. The kina closed lower at 0.2446 US dollars in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your kina was buying 0.2371 US dollars, 0.3698 Australian dollars, 0.2060 euro, 34.85 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold is trading lower, coffee closed lower, cocoa closed lower, copper closed higher, palm oil closed lower, crude oil is trading higher, and copper closed unchanged. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, the ASX 200 is trading higher, and the All Ordinaries is trading higher. National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFund. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
Meet the bank for everyone, everywhere. As People's Microbank, we were proud to be a bank for the people. Now as National Banking Corporation, we are bringing modern banking to all in Papua New Guinea. With more branches and our friendly staff ready to assist you in more places, we are making money matters simple and fair. So wherever you are, however you say it, say hello better banking. Learn more at nbcpng.com.pg.
Join me on House and Home for all your home and lifestyle improvements.
It's not rocket science. And many of these things too, like I didn't go to school, I teach myself.
From Hatok Mom, health and fitness, interest stories, gardening tips, out and about, pet care, and many more. Join me every Tuesday, 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, EMTV.
You're watching National EMTV News. City wardens at Gordons have expressed concerns about threats from the public while carrying out orders to stop illegal vending.
The city wardens are calling on the National Capital Authority to allocate proper area for vendors to sell betel nut and other goods.
Majority of survival magaso, mibla kama public enemy. Sambla mol haram talk all move. Sambla head blow staff. Na mibla ino policeman, mibla ino holy guard. All time lo threatening mibla na. All fight back on the mibla.
Janape Moses said such intervention from the authority will address the problem.
Temporary can provide one market too. Before I make a permanent market. Okatape Mika Hanma in 3 steps. So Gorans you need to provide one good market way or man marry market na stop. Time will provide in this market, and one man marry all can market in chat. Na Mibla all or market out chat number still Mibla stopping still all Baranto.
Kitokundaul, a resident at Boroko, appealed to the authority to allocate more funding towards the City Watts program.
So me appeal to triple MPs, including chairman or governor of the day, please, me looking Muslim only them PPE, like security clothes, only them. Emo security also Sanya. Must get safety boot Losan. And then only them proper ID, bank account, na plan something. Only them. And then only they get on a response car, at least on the 10 seat of 5 door. So I'm conducting routine checks on hourly basis to make sure that Wogman city warden must on toes, making work longer.
Mr. Kondaul commended the city wardens for standing tall in carrying out their daily routines. Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
The St. Mary's Adjoa Technical and Vocational Education and Training Center in Tufi will resume normal operations after being closed due to issues within the school and the board. The institution is in one of the most isolated parts of Oro Province.
The conflict arose after the appointment of the new TVET manager was opposed by fellow board members. After 5 months, the St. Mary's Adjoa Technical and Vocational Education and Training Center was reopened by the Provincial Education Board. The Provincial Board, led by the Education Advisor Maino Vegoli and the PEB members who visited the remote TVET Center last week, The team facilitated a reconciliation process that included the election of a new school board in the presence of police officers, stakeholders and locals. The newly elected TVET manager said he will follow PB's decision.
I've spent nothing. I did what I can when that incident happened at my level. But then community is giving this to hold me back, and it's your PB's decision to send me here.
Though the school has not yet enrolled students, 3 staff houses have been completed, while its classroom facilities still require financial support to be completed. Once completed, the institution will serve students from across Tuvi LLG in Ijivitari district. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
Divine Word University's Medang campus held its annual Open Day and Career Expo last week.
Visitors from across Medang came to explore the programs offered at the Divine Word University. The theme for the expo was Living Our Noble Traditions and Christian Principles Through Education, 50 years and beyond. All the faculties in Divine Word set up booths showcasing the courses offered by the university and what they have learned. A 40-year business accountancy student, Michael William, had this to say.
Important because it's a time where the students, they get to market themselves to the different business houses, the corporate sponsors are here. Basically, as we know, we are emerging into the world. We are into the business world. To be specific, we are marketing ourselves especially in terms of accounting, taxation, auditing, and other business communication and stuff like that, which are vital, important for a business. We are marketing ourselves to them. So whenever they are coming around, they are looking at us. Whatever we want to do today,
Another student who is undertaking diploma in eye care shared similar sentiments.
With the eye care students of Divine Word, we are basically doing an expo about our career, especially in the eye care service in Papua New Guinea. Today we're basically talking about basic information on how to look after the eyes. We're talking about different conditions of the eye and the services that we provide to care and manage eye conditions. We are also doing free screening and set up on the left-hand side. That's where patients and clients can come through and actually get to know their eye status. If they have some conditions with the eye, we also provide services that can manage and also provide eyeglasses, which are on sale on the left-hand side.
From the physiotherapy department, Peter Palme elaborated on the importance of what they are studying.
Thank you. We are the physiotherapy department. So what we usually do is we expose our professions. So we target our audience. Our target audience is the grade 12s, the non-school leavers, and also the parents and humble citizens that resides around the Medang town. So they'll know what the physios do, since it's a new medical profession that is newly introduced.
Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
Now to overseas news. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi has spoken publicly for the first time since the country's military strikes on Pakistan last week, asserting India's right to retaliate against terrorism.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi used the address to reframe last week's escalation, not as a conflict between two nations, but as part of India's counter-terrorism strategy. He said Operation Sindoor, which targeted alleged terror infrastructure inside Pakistan, now marks a permanent shift. If there's a terror attack, India will hit back. Mr. Modi also pushed back on Pakistan's nuclear posturing, saying India wouldn't be intimidated and won't differentiate between terrorists and the states that supported them. Now, according to Mr. Modi, it was Pakistan that made the first call for a truce. While Pakistan's Prime Minister is calling for broader peace talks, India's deliberately narrowing the frame, saying it'll only talk about terrorism and Pakistan-controlled Kashmir. Now, Mr. Modi framed the US-brokered truce as a temporary suspension suspension of their anti-terror operations, clearly rejecting Washington's stance.
On Saturday, my administration helped broker a full and immediate ceasefire, I think a permanent one, between India and Pakistan, ending a dangerous conflict of two nations with lots of nuclear weapons.
For now, both sides have agreed to halt all firing and aggressive action and have committed to reducing troop presence across the border.
National MTV News continues after the break with Trukai Sports. Stay with us.
Chicken kebasa din, ha? Yum!
This different.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
Are you tired of standing in those long lines to get your jackpot tickets? Guess what? You never have to with Telecom USSD jackpot ticket purchase. Simply dial *321#, follow the prompts, and you are set for your jackpot draw. It's as easy as 3, 2, 1. Telecom PNG, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family, living each day knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
This May and June, Port Moresby comes alive with the historic Asia Pacific Month, a spectacular celebration of our shared heritage and unity. Join us as we honor 50 years of independence by celebrating the nations that helped shape PNG. From May 16 to June 21st, experience the cultures and stories of our Asia Pacific family. Our nationhood was shaped by centuries of connection with our Asia-Pacific family. Now, we celebrate this history together. Taste the authentic cuisines, witness breathtaking performance, and explore our shared history, all in amazing Port Moresby. Don't miss the Asia-Pacific Month, every weekend from May 16th to June 21st. Free entry for all. We work, we inspire, we celebrate.
Hey PNG, do you think you have what it takes to be the next star of MTV's Vocal Fusion?
And I told you when I'm gone, baby.
Well, it's back again and we're on the hunt for PNG's next biggest singing sensation. We're back with Vocal Fusion Season 12 and we can't wait to meet you. From the highlands to the islands, we're calling out to you. Meet us this May in Port Moresby for the auditions. It's Vocal Fusion Season 12.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. Returning from 2 straight victories at home and a bye last weekend, the SP PNG Hunters are looking forward to take on North Devils.
The SP PNG Hunters are back in training and are gearing up to face the North Devils in the upcoming Host Plus Cup match.
The match, set to kick off at 2 p.m. in Bishop Park, will feature another away game for the PNG Hunters. SP PNG Hunters head coach Paul Aitin said the team is expecting a tough encounter against the leader.
We try to prepare the same every week, so it's very consistent. I know we've had quite a lot of new boys first time down there, and we try to make sure that they enjoy that as well, but they're to play footy, so I think can't really put it down to anything really. We try to maintain everything the same, week in, week out, whether it's home and away. Our whole lead up to the game is pretty much the same. We do our captain's run here, no, we're looking forward towards the challenge anyway. Playing first on the ladder, who haven't lost, they're undefeated this year, so we're really looking forward to that, and the boys do raise for those games.
Coach Aitin also gave an update on the players and the team preparations for the match.
We had a chance to have a week off, to have a rest. Quite a few of our senior players chose to do that and rest their bodies. They had a few nigglies that most players do leading into games. So I think a lot of the new boys played for their Dem Cup teams, which they're a bit sore now. They're a bit sore from that. So changes the dynamics. We've got some fresh, some sore. So we're trying to manage that early in the week. But we focus a lot on our defence. And our completions this week. We had Winner Manly, who were third last game. We've got Devils, who are sitting first, and after that we've got Blackhawks. So this next block for us is a big block. It's a challenge for us, and we're going to take it on.
The Hunters will face Blackhawks in the next away match. Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
The men's Isuzu T20 Smash competition is eyeing grand finals this weekend.
Trukai Sports were there at the event to capture the last round matches before the finals. Tournament director Lakani Owala gave an update of the competition.
The competition final will be on Saturday. We have a break on Friday to make up for the break that we didn't have yesterday. So we have 4 more matches left after this.
He further gave some highlights of the games and also acknowledged the major sponsor.
At the moment, Black Bus looking good to sort of be one of the finalists, but you never know. In cricket, we have upsets like the one we just witnessed. Black Bus were well on top until they lost Sesebao's wicket, and that was it. It just fell apart. So yeah, cricket is a funny game. You're on top 1 minute, and the second, it only takes a wicket to change the whole scenario.
Cricket PNG is looking forward to a successful grand finals this weekend.
So I'd like to thank Boroko Motors for sponsoring this competition and for the last 5 years.
Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Share the love with Gullah Ice Cream, Gullah Cone Ice Creams, Gullah Stick Ice Creams, and Gullah Classic Tub Ice Creams. Happiness begins with the Gullah range of fun flavors which create taste adventures and excitement with every bite. Treat yourself. Share with a friend while chilling. The whole family will enjoy. Everyone has their favorite. Which one is yours? Share the love with Gullah Ice Creams. Gullah, Gullah, yum.
Meet the bank for everyone, everywhere. As People's Microbank, we were proud to be a bank for the people. Now as National Banking Corporation, we are bringing modern banking to all in Papua New Guinea. With more branches and our friendly staff ready to assist you in more places, we are making money matters simple and fair. So wherever you are, however you say it, say hello better banking. Learn more at nbcpng.com.pg.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You need all
Martha, and each week on Kai Time, we'll introduce you to local food businesses showcasing their delicious dishes. From the pasta, the white sauce. Plus, you will discover how to make tasty and affordable meals using ingredients from your local markets. Tune in to Kai Time every Wednesday at 7 p.m. right here on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching Chuka Sports. The PNG Olympic Committee and Team PNGF successfully delivered the Olympic values education at Gaba Gaba village in Central Province.
PNG Olympic Committee visited Gaba Gaba village in Central Province to launch the OVEP campaign. The program brought together children, youth and community members. The highlight of the day was a series of inspirational talks by Team PNG Hero athletes who shared powerful messages based on the PNG OC Hero values, honesty, excellence, respect and openness. Their stories encourage the children and villagers to live by their values, whether in sport, school or everyday life.
And so we're out here with our Team PNG Hero athletes, with the community, the children in Gaba Gaba, delivering the values of the Olympics and the PNG Olympic Committee values also. Honesty, excellence, respect and openness, and the Olympic values of friendship, excellence and respect.
The program in Gaba Gaba included fun sporting activities that allowed the children to practice the hero values through teamwork, fair play and participation.
So what the hero athletes are here, we are just doing awareness on the Olympic Day, as well as today marks the 50th days to allow for the mini games. We have also have done some values based on the hero, which is honesty, excellence, respect and openness. And what we have done is just to teach the students what the value is, and we've also have done cleanups around Gaba Gaba village.
There were also creative art sessions where children and villagers wrote heartfelt well wishes to Team PNG athletes who will represent the country in the 2025 Pacific Mini Games in Palau next month. Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
A Mother's Day celebration on Sunday in Kaugere, Mosby South marked the end of a program supporting women and girls. It is part of a wider push for gender equality through sports.
Women and girls gathered to celebrate Mother's Day and the end of the program run by PNG Basketball Federation. Under the theme A Mother's Love, women and girls celebrated strength, resilience and change. A candle lighting honored the mothers who passed. With the help from community leaders, the female engagement program empowers women and girls to lead, learn and grow on and off the courts. Organizers thanked the support from Team Up, FIBA Oceania and community leaders and said the event created a safer space for change. Organizers also praised the women for stepping up and inspiring others to do the same in terms of sporting activities. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
Kiunga Rugby League's 13th season has started with plans to enter the big league. 10 teams are competing with an eye to future participation in the PNG NRL.
Kiunga Town came alive on Sunday as the Kiunga Rugby Football League 13th season began. The 10 participating teams are the Airport Knots, Brothers, Fly Warriors, Walia, Delta Skippers, Highway Raiders, Maganis, Rusa, Storms and Tigers. Games coordinator Boseni Katahano says the season will run for 4 months with finals on September. A total of 17 rounds will help players to prepare for future national events. The league also plans to form a franchise to play in the Digicel Cup. Mr. Katahano says the competition promotes unity and keeps youths away from crime. It is also working to include players from Middle, South and Delta Fly districts. As the 13th competition continues in Kionga, business houses and supporters are encouraged to help with uniforms and gears. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
That ends Trukai Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
Chicken kebasa din ha? Yum!
This different.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum!
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, 1 cube at a time.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family, living each day knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Join me every Thursday night as Sportscene brings to you all the local and international sporting updates. Revisiting our legendary athletes,
Hi, this is David.
highlighting our local sports developments across the nation,
All eyes on Buckland. Now an NRL team based here.
To create a pathway.
and our talented rising stars.
Hi, my name is Gemma Schnobel and you're watching
All the younger ones will follow.
Sportscene, Thursday nights at 7 p.m. only on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You me holy man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus. With you always.
The Money Plus weather report for the next 24 hours. In the southern region, Port Moresby City, sunny with evening inland thunderstorms and few showers. And Popondetta, cloudy.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Tuesday, 13th of May 2025. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets. Coming up next.
#1